Welcome to Shine My Crown. We're so glad you're here with us today. Before we dive into today's story of resilience and shadow, please take a moment to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. In a world filled with darkness, we often look to the stars for light. We see the Grammys, the sold-out stadiums, and the flawless smiles. But for Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, and Billie Holiday, the spotlight wasn't just a source of warmth, it was a mask for a brutal, private war. Today, we're looking past the fame to the survival that defined them. Every legend has a beginning, but for these women, the spark was often a flame that threatened to consume them. Tina Turner, then Anna Mae Bullock, found herself trapped in a 16-year marriage to Ike Turner that was less a partnership and more a prison. He used her nose as a punching bag until she tasted blood while singing. Similarly, the voice of a generation, Whitney Houston, was fighting a secret battle before her career even peaked. Introduced to drugs at just 16 by her own family, she spent years trying to maintain a goody two-shoes image while her soul was crying out for an escape. And then there was Billie Holiday. In 1939, she sang Strange Fruit, a haunting protest against lynching. That one act of bravery turned her into the U.S. government's primary target. Harry Anslinger of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics didn't just want her arrested, he wanted her silenced. Therefore, their lives became a tightrope walk between public perfection and private agony. While Tina was being burned with cigarette ashes and forced into sexual trauma behind closed doors, she was expected to be the high-energy queen of rock and roll. The pressure was so immense that in 1968, she attempted to end it all with 50 Valiums. Whitney's struggle was exacerbated by a high-functioning denial. Surrounded by yes men and an enabling entourage, she spent thousands of dollars a week on drugs just to cope with the pressure of being too white for some and not enough for others. Billie, meanwhile, was being hounded by undercover agents. After a 1947 sting operation, she was denied rehab and sent to prison. When she got out, they stripped her of her cabaret license, effectively banning her from her own life's work. But here's the twist. The greatest betrayals didn't come from the public. They came from within their inner circles. Tina's husband reacted with more violence when she found strength in Buddhism. Whitney's volatile marriage to Bobby Brown only fueled the fire of her addiction. And Billie? She was betrayed by her own agents and husbands, who were often the ones handing her over to the authorities. The stakes reached a breaking point. Tina finally fled a Dallas hotel with nothing but 36 cents in a gas card, running across a highway to save her own life. Whitney's pristine, once-in-a-lifetime voice began to shatter, a physical casualty of the stress and substance use. This leads us to the ultimate question. What is a legacy worth when it costs you everything? For Tina, the price was leaving with $0, allowing Ike to keep everything just so she could keep her name. For Whitney, the climax was a tragic hotel room in 2012, a life cut short by the very escape she sought. And for Billie, the cruelty reached its peak on her deathbed. Handcuffed to a hospital bed while dying of liver disease, police stood guard, halting her medical treatment until her final breath. These women were a source of light, not because their lives were easy, but because they endured the unthinkable. They remind us that even in the deepest darkness, hope is a choice. Tina found her peace in Switzerland. Whitney's voice remains the gold standard, and Billie's Strange Fruit helped ignite the civil rights movement. Their crowns were heavy, but they wore them to the very end. Which story resonates with you most? Let us know in the comments below. Let their courage be your inspiration today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest stories and updates. Remember, your light is worth fighting for. Thanks for watching.